In today's video, I want to talk about all the modifications I've done to my F-450. Number one, my favorite install is the 3000 watt power inverter. As you can see, it's mounted here underneath the passenger's rear seat. 3000 watts, very powerful, very capable. Runs with the key off and actually is charging my laptop computer that is sitting right here in the front seat, which is fine as long as I don't forget to turn off the inverter. If I forget to turn it off, it will draw against my batteries, but I've forgotten for a day or two and it's been okay, but you wouldn't want to forget. Here is a look at the wiring for that. We have 4 aught wires, so 4 0 wire pure copper. One of the regrets is I didn't get marine grade wire, but I ended up putting a plastic sheathing over the top of the wire all the way down underneath the truck and popping in under the seat through this plastic clip or plastic trim piece, allowing for the wiring to power the inverter. But while we're under here, another modification that I've done is a simple running board light pointing back at the dually wheels. Very good thing to have. Shoots straight back at your tires and allows you to see your tires while driving. Doesn't blind any other drivers and doesn't shine in their eyes or anything like that. It's just to help see the wheels, and it looks kind of cool at night. Powered by upfitter switch number 1. Pretty cool. Another thing that I've done is the spotlight mirror module from Limitless, which lets you turn on your mirror spotlights at any time, any speed, key on or off. They're not so bright that they irritate anybody, so I've left these on while driving with no issues, no problems at all, and it just adds a little extra illumination towards the sides. We also did a built-right mount on the dash here. As you can see, it's got a phone mount, simply one-hand operation. You can hook your phone to this mount, and with that, the charging is right up here. You don't have to. Now, the cord's usually wrapped up, but it can unwrap and be longer so that you can plug in something else further away, but typically this is how it gets plugged in, right here. And it's always hot and always charging, so very cool. It's just good to go. It's been hardwired, fused and everything so that it can just charge no matter what. And with that, there are 3 outlets and they charge pretty fast, and they are mounted up here on the dash. Very cool. Also has a spot for me to mount an action camera. Another modification that we have on the truck is the built-right tech plate on the back of the seat, which basically turns your entire seat into a mounting plate. We ended up going with our passenger seat. You can get this on the driver or the passenger side. I usually recline my driver's seat too far a lot of times and didn't want this to interfere, so I put it on my passenger seat. And right now we just got our fire extinguisher mounted on here. But one of the things that came out recently that was pretty cool was the Milwaukee pack out ability to mount the Milwaukee pack out onto this rack. So that would be kind of cool if you could have a couple socket sets and a Milwaukee pack out container on the seat. That might be something I'm interested in, but nonetheless you can mount different things, but as of right now, just our fire extinguisher. So along the backside of the truck, this is something that we use quite often. We've changed our 7-way in the back. Now the reason we did this is because we no longer have the Ford flat, but we have the Ford technology package that allows us to use cameras on the backside of our truck. Now normally when you have a dually, this is mounted in the bed, and we're going to open this up, and usually it's over here, but if you finagle around with the wiring, you can move it to the bumper. So our 7.3 is hooked up to the trailer, so let's see this whole system in action. Here's our plug on the 7.3 on the bumper, and you can see the bottom plug is plugged in and the wiring goes to the trailer. And here is a look at the camera on the back of the trailer. And here is a look at the system in action. As you can see, the camera shows us behind the trailer. This is super useful. We use it all the time, and the 450 has this all set up as well. But with our 450, we also have the snowplow installed, the snowplow mount. I guess you can call that a modification. These running boards being extended, actually that is a pretty good modification. It's pretty extensive that we did. What we've done with these running boards, if you see or look at these, basically they are the extended running boards, but normally when you see the extended running boards, you don't see the wind deflector here on the side, but on ours you do, because we went through the trouble of buying these freaking running boards for $1,000 a piece and then drilling them so that we could actually put our rubber or our plastic wind deflector back in so the truck would look more complete. I feel like the plastic insert looks a lot better. Then we actually went through the trouble of drilling the running boards again to actually install the middle bracket. This bracket right here is usually not even here on this truck when you have the extended running boards. So when I got these running boards in, they deleted this middle bracket. They gave you this one in the front, and they gave you an extra bar in the back. And let's take a look here. This is the bar in the back, and when you look in here, you will see how it attaches. Right here on the side, this is where it attaches. You can see it's got some stainless steel, and it's also got a ground wire tied to it too, right? With stainless steel bolts. But they deleted the middle bracket up there because they have this one in the rear, and to me it felt a little flimsy, so I re-drilled the new running board to accept all of the brackets so that when you step right on this thing, you don't feel like you're stepping on something flimsy. And yeah, we've got this added step. That makes it very easy to get into the bed of the truck, and it's solid too. It doesn't flex. So if you have one of these and it flexes, let me know, but mine's pretty solid. And last but not least, we have high idle upfitter switch number 1. Parking brake slightly depressed. And idle is brought up for cold operation, PTO operation, or charging up your batteries. But that's it for modifications on our F-450. Comment below and let me know what you think. I know they're not really wild modifications, but it's all stuff that I have used over the years. But anyway, my name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. Hope to see you in the next video. Over and out.